Alright, boys and girls, welcome to the DFS experience for Friday, October 27th. This video is brought to you by our friends over at Thrive Fantasy, the player prop website where you can play against the house or play against other players in contest format. You got Jokic over under 27.5 total points. If you choose over, you get 95 points. If you choose under, you get 105 points. You got Jaren Jackson Jr. over under 7.5 total rebounds. If you choose over, you get 110 points. If you choose under, you get 90 points. If you use my promo code DFS Chapo, you can get a deposit match up to $250, or you can use my link that's in the description. All right, we're going to start with DraftKings. It's 11 games, so we're going to try to breeze through it. I know it's a little bit of a new season, so there's going to be some players that you're not quite sure on. So I'll try to take time on those guys, but I'm going to try to breeze through it and get us all out of here. All right, we're going to start with point guard like we always do. Luka Magic, 11-4. Got to fire him up. Him and Jokic on two different stratospheres right now when it comes to fantasy production. You got to fire their asses up. SGA, he's absolutely right there with them. Maybe like a tier below, but like slightly. I'm not even, because I try to play SGA as much as possible. Everything that goes on with that team, the thing with the Thunder is that they're young, talented players, but everything goes through SGA. That's what makes him such a great fantasy player. Everything goes through him. You got to fire up SGA. Ball is fine. Great matchup against Detroit. Kyrie, very risky to play him next to Luka, but he's not a bad play. Donovan Mitchell, 99.4 against OKC should be a tough back and forth matchup. Fire up Mitchell, Steph. They're going to be looking for their first win. In a rivalry game against Sacramento. It is a rivalry game because of last year's playoffs. Fire up Curry. Trae Young is fine at 9.2, a touch underpriced, but we know the pace against New York is a little bit different. But you fire up Trae Young. Fox is fine at 87. Jamal Murray at 77 is a touch underpriced. But if Jokic goes nuclear, then Murray's priced appropriately. If Murray goes off, then he's underpriced. So he's fine. Van Vliet, he should be looking for a bounce back against the Spurs, 7.6. Fire him up. DeJounte's fine, 7.5. He's priced appropriately. Brunson is fine. Giddey's fine. Westbrook is fine. Garland's underpriced. Light his ass up. Barnes is underpriced for his new role. DraftKings is playing games. Hero's still underpriced for his role, his upside. And guess what? Marcus Smart is not there. Fire up Tyler. Matter of fact, fire up Tyler Hero. Now that I look at it. Chris Paul is underpriced with no Draymond. Chris Paul's role is amplified with no Draymond on the floor. Fire his ass up. Jrue Holiday. Listen, I've seen all I need to see in Boston. Tatum's going to take 30 shots. Porzingis is going to take 25 shots. Jaylen Brown is going to run around the court with his thumb up his ass. Fuck that. I'm good on Boston. You want to play Jrue Holiday? Play him. I'm not playing fucking Jrue Holiday. Fuck that. Nope. I'm not doing it. How many shots is he going to get? 5, 6, 7? I don't know. I'm not taking I like winning money. I don't like losing money. I'm not taking a shot on Jrue Holiday. No thank you, sir. Anthony Simons, fire his ass up. Clarkson is fine. Clarkson is actually good. Decent. Dinwiddie against Dallas. Dinwiddie, look. We got Simmons back. The point guard Simmons back. That's gonna take a little bit away from Dinwiddie. I don't even are these updated? Let me see. These shits ain't even updated. This is the last game. All right. 34 fantasy points, 6.1. That's fine. But Simmons is going to be taking the ball out of his hands a lot. So, if you want to take that shot or take that risk, take it. Scoot Henderson, my boy, his price is coming down because he was putrid. He's so fucking putrid they didn't even update his fucking totals. Let's give Scoot Henderson a few games to get comfortable, then we could come back to him. He's priced properly, but he maybe he had a bad game. If you want to take a shot on Scoot Henderson for his second game in the league, you can. But he had an awful first quarter, awful first half. If I'm not mistaken, he had like 0 points or 2 points in the first half. You're supposed to be the guy. You're supposed to be replacing Dame. I almost said Dame Dash, Damian Lillard. You can't be replacing Damian Lillard with no points in the first quarter. 5.9K is an amazing price, but he's got to figure it out. So let him figure it out. I'll get back to him. Listen, if you want to play Scoot Henderson and you know something I don't, play him. Marcus Smart is fine. Schroeder out there in Toronto, he's fine. He's good. Derek White, quickly, Fultz, Trey Jones. Trey Jones got a little bit more burn than I thought he was going to get with Wemby on the court, but you know they treated Wemby like a little bitch. So, and when I say they babied him like a little bitch. What's going to happen is Wemby's usage is going to go up and Trey Jones is going to come down. That's what I anticipate. Maybe I'm wrong. You could play Trey Jones now. If that's how they're going to play Wemby, if they're going to baby him, you could play Trey Jones. Fire him up. Cole Anthony, Brogdon, Cam Thomas, in play. Larry, I don't need. Sochan is fine. Powell, I don't need right now. Killian Hayes, you could take a shot. Kobe White starts, you could take a shot. Jaden Ivey off the bench, you could take a shot. Amen. I got it right. Amen Thompson, I guess you could take a shot. Suggs, Highland, Dunn, all in play. Sexton's in play. Reggie Jackson's in play. Dennis Smith Jr. at 38, you could take a shot. Pritchard, you could take a shot. Derrick Rose, you could take a shot. You know, I don't like really playing too much in the bottom, but whoa, that sounded crazy. Pause. You know, I don't like playing too much with the lower salaried guards, but there's a few there that you could take a shot on if your lineup is fire. That's if you have a Luka lineup or a Jokic lineup or something like that, and you need the value. All right, Cunningham is back his old ways. He's absolutely in play. Bane is in play. Should be a little bit of a tough matchup against Denver. Jaylen Brown 7,900. No, thank you. Listen, if he goes off, he goes off. But Tatum's taking a lot of shots. Bridges is in play. Rozier's in play. Levine's in play. Vassal's in play. Klay Thompson's in play. Jalen Green is in play. OG, my boy, a little bit underpriced for his upside. I'm looking for him to have a good game. Strus, Mr. Strus, man of the hour. He's gonna be overpriced. He's not overpriced. He's gonna be popular. People are gonna flock to him because he had that crazy game. Look at it. If Garland had the ball in his hands, if Donovan Mitchell's on the other side of the court, somebody's gonna be open. Strus is gonna get open shots all year long. He's in play. Shaden Sharp's in play. Tim Hardaway Jr. has been playing better. He's been playing better lately. THT is fine. KCP. You want to play KCP? You could take a shot. Gary Trent, you could take a shot. Bogdan, you could take a shot. Dylan Brooks is still... He's a touch underpriced for his new role. It's a touch. Malik Monk's in play. You know he's a Golden State killer. Herder's in play. Christian Braun's in play. Quentin Grimes, Alec Burks. All these guys are in play. You know I don't play Gary Harris. I haven't played Gary Harris in about 2 or 3 DFS seasons, and it's gonna stay like that. Let's go to small forward. If you want to play Gary Harris, fire him up, but that ain't got nothing to do with me. Fucking Mr. Tatum, 30 shot man. This guy takes a lot of shots. You gotta play Tatum. Find a way to play him. George, Markkanen, Leonard, Butler. Wait, I'm lying. Tatum, George, Markkanen, Leonard, Butler, all in play. Jaylen Brown. Look, let me be clear about Jaylen Brown. Just be very fucking careful with Jaylen Brown. A guy that's almost 8K playing next to a guy that's taking 30 shots and another guy that's going to take 20 shots. I want to know how many shots Jaylen Brown is getting. I'm going to be very light on Jaylen Brown going forward. Until they put his price tag at 7K, I'll be very light on him. DeRozan, Keldon Johnson, they're in play. I look at the Spurs starters, but everyone except Wemby. I look at them like I now look at them how I looked at them last season because of the way they're babying Wemby. Going into this season, I thought their usage would come down, and I thought they were all a touch overpriced. I was wrong. They're babying Wemby. You could play the Spurs how you played them last season. Okay. Franz Wagner's in play. Barrett had one good game. What do you think Barrett's going to follow up a good game with? Exactly. You said it yourself. Bad game. You know what? Maybe he grew up. Go back to him. Let's fire up Barrett. See what happens. I skipped over Ben Simmons by accident. Fire up Ben Simmons. Michael Porter's in play. Hall of Fame Barnes is in play. Hayward's okay. Doesn't jump off the page. Osor Thompson's in play. I think he's even gonna start against Charlotte. That's an amazing matchup. Lou Dort's fine. Cam Johnson's fine. Brandon Miller's fine. Sadiq Bey is fine. Levert off the bench is fine. Looks scary, but he's fine. Kuminga is fine. Grant Williams, prices getting up there. I don't think I'm paying $4,700 for Grant Williams. I don't need that on an 11 game slate. Josh Hart's alright. DeAndre Hunter's fine. Zaire Williams. If you want to play him at 4K, that's fine. And I think that's about it. Let's go to power forward. Siakam's cool. Markkanen is fine. Julius Randle's going to take a lot of shots. Porzingis is going to take a lot of shots. Banchero, Wemby, all in play. Jaren Jackson Jr. should have a bounce-back game. Mobley should feast in OKC. Holmgren, he's fine. He's all right. Jeremy Grant, Aaron Gordon, both in play. PJ Washington, Jalen Williams, Aaron Who the fuck is Aaron Wiggins? Andrew Wiggins is in play, 5,700. John Collins is okay at 54. He's priced appropriately. Jabari Smith, Keegan Murray in play. Jalen Johnson is fine. Even off the bench. I know he had a really good game, but he's good. He's fine. I don't need Patrick Williams. Kelly Olynyk, he can take a shot. Kevin Love, his price is going to go up. He had a good game. Fire him up. Covington is just there on the Clippers. Like, how many shots is he realistically going to get? Bagley's fine. Saric, if you're desperate. And I was wrong about Marcus Morris. He didn't get a minute. He didn't even get on the court, so we won't really worry about him. Jokic is too cheap. Lock him in. Sabonis is fine. Bam is fine. 8K. Vooch, Sengun, Lively, they're all fine. Ayton. I don't really know what was going on with it. Portland just was trash. So we got to throw that game out and let's see if they could play better and see what they're really about. So I'll give everyone in Portland a pass. We could go back to Ayton, Zubac, Carter, Capella's fine. Tillman, 58, he's going to be popular. Mark Williams, Zach Collins, Duran, Kessler, all in play. Looney, Pirtle's too cheap. Bobby Williams is fine. Mitchell Robinson is fine. And to be honest with you, a few of those centers are underpriced. So you don't really need to go crazy. But Okongwu, who's sharing minutes with Capella at 3,900, is too cheap. You could take a shot on Drummond also. Nick Richards, you could take a shot. And Zeke Naji, you could take a shot on Denver. That's if you're really desperate. But I wouldn't really. I'll be very careful with my my center spots. All right, listen, we're about to go to FanDuel. If you're new here, welcome. Appreciate you taking the time to watch my video. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Hit the bell, thumbs up. If you're struggling with NBA, too many moving parts, you need help with your lineups, you want me to build you a lineup, you want my finalized optimal lineups, that's fine. Check out the Patreon link in the description. And check out the NBA tier. Let's go to FanDuel. Let's breeze through these salaries. And let's get out of here. We're going to start with point guard once again. You know, FanDuel's pricing is a little bit more tougher. Luka, SGA, Steph, Trey, Melo, Kyrie, Cade, Fox, Chris Paul. I've seen Chris Paul in the winning lineup at 8K on FanDuel. He's viable right now. Murray, all these guys are in play. I'm trying to see if any salaries stand out to me, but everybody looks like they're priced fine. Van Vliet could have a really good game at 7K. Still not touching Drew. Jaylen Green's a little underpriced for his upside. Ben Simmons is fine. Quickly is 5,700. That's a little spicy. Derek White is fine. Scoot Henderson's price dropped a little bit. Kobe White's in play. All these guys are in play. All the guys from my player pool from DraftKings, they're all still in play. I'm just looking for any salaries that stand out. Everybody's priced pretty much correctly. All right, let's go to shooting guard. Mitchell is fine. Bain is fine. OG is fine. These guys, everybody looks about fine. Levine is still too cheap. Jaylen Brown is 6,900. That's more affordable. See, I could do 6,900 on FanDuel, and maybe he hits his shots this game and pay that off. So Jaylen Brown is more viable on FanDuel than he is on DraftKings. So that's what I'm looking for. They got Cam Thomas at 6,700. That means he's underpriced on DraftKings. Tyler Hero's too cheap. Well, Tyler Hero's priced appropriately. No, Tyler Hero's too cheap. Smart's fine. Barrett's fine. Clay's fine. Jalen Williams is fine. LeVert is fine. I'm not seeing anything too crazy. Dylan Brooks is still too cheap. Christian Braun at 4K is fine. Derrick Rose, if you want to take a shot at 38, he's fine. All right, let's go to small forward. Tatum 11-2 is too cheap. Jimmy Butler is fine. Paul George is fine. Kawhi is fine. DeMar. Banchero's a little too cheap. Kelvin Johnson's fine. Michael Porter's all right. Nothing Nothing too crazy. Wiggins at 62 is fine. Cam Johnson, Harrison Barnes, Sadiq Bey, all in play. They're fine. Jalen Johnson. Everybody's price fine. Nothing's really jumping out at me. Covington, I probably won't touch. Yeah, he'll have a few good games here and there, but I wouldn't touch Covington. How do you know when he's gonna have a good game? Dylan Brooks, I think I said he's fine. All right, let's go to power forward. Nothing really too crazy here. Yeah, let's go to power forward. The bonus is priced appropriately. Siakam is fine. Randall is fine. Jaren Jackson Jr. I think he has a bounce back game. I think I said that already. Wemby. Mr. Wemby. You can go back to Wemby. People might jump off of him because of his usage, but he was in foul trouble, so you go back to Wemby. Wendell Carter's fine at 68. Should be a good matchup. Jeremy Grant's fine. Tillman is fine. Tillman looks overpriced with the naked eye, but he's going to be their starting center. And remember, on FanDuel, you get extra points for blocks and steals. Hope that helps. PJ Washington is fine. Aaron Gordon, John Collins, Keegan Murray, Ben Simmons, they're all fine. Isaiah Stewart, Zach Collins, Barnes, Chet, Jalen Johnson, all these guys are good. All these guys are fine, appropriate. Jabari, Grant Williams is fine. Kevin Love is fine. DeAndre Hunter, Kelly Olynyk, Saric is fine. Jonathan Isaac is fine at 4K. And once again, Zeke Naji, backup center. May not get a whole lot of minutes, but at least he'll get on the court. All right, we're at center now. Let's wrap this shit up. Jokic, 12K is fine. Bam at 8K. Jalen Duren against Charlotte, an amazing spot. Vooch is fine. Sengun, Zubac. You know what? Claxton is out. That gives a bump to Ben Simmons, and that gives a bump to... Hold on. That gives a bump to... I guess Day'Ron Sharpe. So we're looking to see if Day'Ron Sharpe starts. If he starts, he's value. You fire him up. All right, let's go back. All right. All right, Zubac, Kessler, Mark Williams, Ayton, all in play. Jakob Poeltl, Jakob Poeltl, Derek Lively, Capella, all in play. Bobby Williams, Mitch Robinson, Looney, Okongwu, Sharp. They're all in play. I don't think you need Mason Plumlee on a night like tonight. I don't really think you need any backup centers. Maybe a Congo on DraftKings, but because he's too cheap. But on an 11-game slate, there's value everywhere. So I wouldn't, you want to play players that are going to be on the floor as much as possible. That's what you're looking for. You're not trying to be cute. You know what I'm saying? So listen, that's 11 games up, 11 games down. I'm going to go in and get out of here. I do appreciate you guys taking the time to watch my video. Any comments or any questions, throw it in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell, thumbs up, check out the Patreon link in the description if you need help with your lineups or you need me to build you lineups. And I'm gonna go on and get out of here. I'll talk to you later. Ciao.